Hi, I'm Ashley Ware and I'm going to tell you about my website and app. My website today is Class Dojo and my app today is Kahoot. Now, you may be wondering, but those are both websites and apps. I'm going to show you about mainly what the teacher will be seeing for Class Dojo and the student will be seeing for Kahoot. So let's get started, shall we? So, I am actually going to go through my demo class for Class Dojo and show you exactly what we're going to be talking about. But a couple of things you can do with Class Dojo are taking attendance, reward or take away points, staying in constant contact with parents. Students can share their stories and homework. You can set up a countdown timer, and there are a couple of different educational videos for students that they can watch. So, we're going to go to my little demo page. And see, here's my little class. Aren't they so cute? So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to welcome the students and we're going to take attendance. Hello, students. We're going to go take attendance. And now we can mark all as present, all as absent, or if one student is missing or arrives late, we can also click on the individual student. So let's say that Hallie was absent today, and Bradley ended up being late. And then you can save our attendance. And we notice that Hallie has been kind of in the shadows now. That's because she is not here for the day, and so she will not receive the different points we award if we were to award the whole class points. Speaking of which, we're going to award the whole class a point for being on task, because they did such a wonderful job in their groups. So all 4 students for today have received an on-task point. Wonderful, good job, students. Now, you heard me mention groups. That's another thing. You can form different groups of the students, and they can combine, and you can get reward points based on the different groups. So let's say that Johnny and Cameron they were slightly off task today. And so we're going to note that in our little journal right there. But table 1, minus Hallie, we're going to award the group. They were working really hard during the period. Okay, so now we've taken attendance and we've awarded points for the groups. Now let's go tell our parents. Now, none of these parents have been invited to the list, sadly. But once we have their invites, we can speak with the parents constantly throughout the day, or we can actually send the students messages throughout the day as well, just to send them small little reminders. Like the little teacher right over here, she says, school ends at 12 p.m. tomorrow for conferences. Looking forward to seeing you all. Just small little reminders to help the parents and students out. Now let's see. Let's go back to our classroom. Student mode. It's a wonderful mode. It's almost like a classroom website. Hey! They can make their own posts and talk about the different homework assignments and actually have group discussions. Now, let's talk about timers. Timers are a wonderful way to set a time for the students to be done with a certain project in class. Or, if you have about 5 minutes left of center time, you can start a countdown. And it's just simple as that. And you can pause it, reset it, do whatever you need to do. Okay, another factor I talked about whenever we were on our PowerPoint was the big ideas. It was the small educational videos. So there are actually a couple different videos here, as you can see. A couple of different empathy videos, growth mindset. I've actually watched a couple of them. They're adorable. But yes, they're fun to watch. Now let's go to our class. So this is the student mode, and you can actually make a smaller post. And then you can post it. And you can add a photo or a file and actually post your homework or a small little quiz if you want them to. So that's also another wonderful aspect of fun. So we're back to our main page. And now we're going to talk about how this can be used in the classroom. I've already brought up about how teachers can use this to regulate behavior. This will be mainly from the teacher's view that I've shown you. The teachers can use this to regulate behaviors. They can have the sound on whenever they actually award the students their own points. It's just so much fun. It becomes a competition almost. And I've observed a teacher who used this in her classroom to excite the students to participate and to stay on task. And it's such a wonderful resource in action. And so now, we're going to go back. So, the teacher is the main person using the website, as I have said. And this website meets the different needs in the classroom because you can alter it to fit any child's needs in the classroom. And it's basically just helping a lot with self-regulation, making sure that students are on task, and making sure that the parents are informed as well. So now Kahoot. So I actually made a small little quiz that will show you exactly what the students will be seeing. As I said before, you will be seeing Kahoot from the viewpoint of the teacher and the student. So, a couple of different things that Kahoot can do is quiz the students, poll them, give immediate feedback, which is wonderful. You can actually have a group discussion depending on what quiz you set up, and you can review the materials in a fun way. Plus, it's extremely easy to use. Both the website and the app that I've presented today, free accounts, wonderful resources to use in the classroom. So much fun. The kids love them that I've seen. So, again, it's just a really fun way to keep the kids entertained while also reviewing the material and even quiz them. So, let's go on to Kahoot. So, I've set this up to be kindergarten math, so it's going to be really simple math for us to go over. So, you can have them team up and share a single device, or you can have it player versus player. Now, team versus team would be wonderful if you only had maybe one or two laptops, or iPad, or phone, or iPod to share. Or if you go to a computer lab, you can do it in player versus player, which is also wonderful. It's so much fun. Now, I'm going to take class. Oh, another thing about Kahoot is that it's extremely fun to use, and it works on any device that you can think of that has a Wi-Fi connection. Let's turn that down a little bit. Okay, so this is what the screen will look like, and you can put it up on the whiteboard or smartboard if you wish to show the students, and it basically helps. It shows the questions that they have to answer, and this is what the student's phone or screen will look like. And so there is a small little game pin. That one says 829868, so I'm going to go ahead and type that in. So once I hit enter, it asks for a nickname. Now, it will pop up shortly saying that inappropriate nicknames can be kicked off by the teacher. So that's just a little heads up. It works wonderful in most classrooms because you can just tell them to put up a new nickname after they have thought it over. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my nickname. And now it says, you're in. See your name on screen? And so that also shows when you have your whole class there. So now, you're going to hit start. So here is the screen for the students. And it pops up with question on the main screen. And the students will answer the question based on these 4 different answer choices in a limited amount of time. So I got that one correct. And so you get the immediate feedback that it's correct on their screen. It shows the correct answer on the big screen. Still has the question up, and it's just wonderful to use. So next. Also, it has a scoreboard, which is so wonderful. It invites friendly competition in the classroom. And so that's also nice to have. So, what if they get a question wrong? Let's see. So once again, this screen will look like this. It does not have the question up there, so they have to answer the question based on their answers. And so I got that question incorrect. And so it even has an encouraging message. It has to think of the word, but it has an encouraging message for the student. Dust yourself off, greatness awaits. And so that's also nice. It makes sure that the students keep participating and don't get down in the dumps. But also it provides that immediate feedback still, which is wonderful. So let's go ahead and get through these. I have 4 questions total of simple math. So let's go ahead and get through these. And as you can see, it has a little answer streak right over here, right here, yep. And that just shows when a student has answered so many questions correctly in a row. And it's just extremely exciting because you can ask your class, okay, who has an answer streak of 4, 3, 2, 1? It's just, I don't know, I really like it. I've used Kahoot a lot in my with my cousins as a review game with them. And it's just really fun. So we have the scoreboard again, and you can end it, and that's what pops up on the student screen. Woo! I got first place. Wonderful. So now you can scroll down, and the teacher can actually get immediate feedback from the students as well. And so there will be so this is what the student screen will look like. You have the how many stars, did they learn anything, would they recommend it to be taught again, and then how do they feel about it. And so the students can answer any way that they actually want. And they can answer truthfully, so you can know how to use it in the future. So this is what their end game screen will look like. It has what place they'd be in, and you can see the final results. It's just a really fun way. Another factor that you can do, which is really fun, I've actually played it, you can go to ghost mode. And that's basically where you can erase yourself. So if you give your students the game pin, they can go ahead and play it on their own at home. And so that's their own way of reviewing the information if you want. And so yes, you kind of need the website for the app, but it goes hand in hand, and I showed you exactly what these students will be seeing in their view. So overall, I just really love these websites. They can be adapted for almost any classroom because it's just a quizzing website, and then also it's a quizzing app and website, and also it's a wonderful way to keep track of how well your students are doing. And I just love Class Dojo. It sounds like a wonderful idea, and I've seen it I observed it in progress. It seemed like it was working very well for the teacher. So I can't wait to use both of these in my future classroom. Yay! Woo! That's it.